this is what we are looking for today. I once again just decided to make the brackets with the Canva site because it used to work perfectly well last time. And to the left, we have pickerwheel.com with 16 already rolling identities ready to get drawn into the brackets. For full transparency here, so you all know that nothing is rigged here. And the way this is going to work is we are going to roll the wheel to the left, and whatever identity we hit, we take it out of the wheel and we place it in the next free slot on the bracket that you see to the right. We are, of course, going to go from top left to bottom left, and then continuing on with top right to bottom right. I think, without further explanation, I think we can just start. Oh, actually, let me... is that your tournament name, Soft Green Minimalist Sports 2? What do you mean? I don't know. I don't know what this is. I took the bracket was named like this, and I took the template and I just basically worked my way from what they already built, so... I think Canva still thinks that I'm making a sports tournament poster. Instead I'm making something else, so... So yes, exactly. That's the tournament name. So let's go over the 16 identities we have. We have the meerkat, the sandfish, the rattlesnake, the ostrich, the lynx, the scarab, and the roadrunner, the camel, the antelope. We have a steppe eagle, a jackal. We have a hedgehog. We have a horned viper, also a snake. We have a fennec fox. We have a coyote, and we have a scorpion. Some of them more, some of them less dangerous. But I think each have a unique identity to their own. And yeah, Orico also hinting at the tab name, which I have no idea how to change because that's just the template name that I used. I love the amount of Dutch animal names on there. What do you mean? What's Dutch animals there? What do you mean, Arbase? Dutch animals. Okay, or Dutch animal names. Meerkat. Yeah, I don't know. I just took the English names, I guess. I didn't know that meerkat stems from a Dutch, has a Dutch word stem or something. But yeah, there's of course a bunch of animals that will be more tailored towards being a fan favorite than others, of course. Lots of animals have South African names which were transferred over to English. Oh, that's interesting to know. I mean, a bunch of these, I'm still not sure on how to pronounce them correctly. For example, I think this is a coyote. I think that's somewhere along those lines of pronunciation. I think, I mean, if there's, you can tell me what your favorites are, by the way. I'm very curious to see that. What identities will be the favorite. There's one matchup in here that we might get, which would be the absolute rigged dream. We could have the Roadrunner versus the Coyote. Just basically mimicking the Roadrunner cartoon series. So yeah, there's potential. There's potential. Yeah, let's mute this guy. No, not Javesti. Shit. That was a misclick. Yeah, I know. How do I fucking... Yeah, Arbase, can you undo this? I wanted to get rid of the bot thing and then someone was faster than me. Thank you. There was a bot and I wanted to mute the bot and then I accidentally banned Javesti. That was definitely not a hint on him pronouncing the French animal names. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright. Let's get to it, I'd say. We're going to spin the wheel and see what the first of the first two identities are in the first set casted on August 30th. Let's go. Starting off with, that's kind of in the middle, but that's the lynx. Alright, I'm gonna have to make sure that I click hide choice, so it should remove the identity here. And let's put that in there, and also the picture, of course. Actually, I think the lynx is... I'm already making spelling errors. I think the lynx is probably my favorite animal out of all of these. So, yeah. Lynx is a Chinese player? Yeah, that's the difference that one letter can make. Okay, let's find Lynx's opponent for the round of 16. Getting slower, slower, and we have the Roadrunner already placed in the first set that will be casted of this tournament. Let's put him here. Chat is already welcome to speculate who might win that matchup. Or maybe no one, because the Roadrunner just flies away and nothing really happens. I don't know. That's an actual Roadrunner, yeah, that's how they look. At least from the pictures that I have done my research with, right? Like, I think most people are only familiar because of the cartoon series that exists, but yeah. Alright, we have a second set for the first day of casting, and let's see who will be the host for this one. Oh, are we going to tip over? I don't think we do. We have the Horned Viper, the first of the two snake identities we have. Going right in here. This, and the Horned Viper is this right here. Alright, let's find an opponent. And its opponent is going to be one of the... Actually, I left the Sandcat in here. If this is going to get drawn, that's my bad. Actually, the Scarab replaced the Sandcat, so I have to take the Scarab for this one. I somehow didn't save that on the wheel. We're going to hide that choice. So this was initially a Sandcat, but we already had Lynx, so we decided we had to put the Scarab in here, because it's just one of the most iconic desert animals there are, I think. So this is actually the Scarab. Sandcat, that's me. Yeah, why not? So this is an interesting one. I have no idea how that would play out if these two met in real life, which might happen. I don't know. I don't think the Scarab has much of an offense to show for, but you tell me. All right, so second day of casting, set 3 of the round of 16. We need to find a host. Let's go. And we have, it's going to be close, but I think this is going to stay on the Ostrich. Okay, that's one of those identities that actually exists within the game. So there might be a bunch of wordplays to be made here. Alright, and let's see who the Ostrich has the honor to face up against. Let's go. Emu? Yeah, true. And the Ostrich will fight against the Hedgehog, okay? That's a pretty good matchup, I'm looking forward for that one. So let's put the Hedgehog in here. I'm just gonna put Hedgehog because it's shorter. So it stays transparent. So, Ostrich versus the Hedgehog. I think the Ostrich might step on the Hedgehog and kind of hurt himself, and the Hedgehog is just going to turtle and boom. Oh no, that's our base. Hedgehog is our base. I'm calling it now. He's the boomer. He's just gonna turtle up, not dying. If he actually is Hedgehog, then this all seems kind of rigged, I know, but I have to get my 2 cents in there. Okay, a last matchup of the left side of the bracket. Let's go. Arbase could be, I don't know yet. Arbase, you're supposed to have gotten your identity already. Are you telling me you didn't? Nah, come on. Yeah, stop messing with me. Alright, for our last matchup on the left bracket, let's see who's the host. Oh, I think that's tipping over. We have the Rattlesnake. Before this all started, Superhero was insisting that he would be the Rattlesnake. There's a 1 in 16 chance that that actually might be true. Yeah, but let's see. Dino already claiming the Rattlesnake for himself too. Seems to be a little bit of a fan favorite unexpectedly. But yeah, okay, let's put it in there. the Rattlesnake. And for the final guest of the left bracket, the opponent of the mighty Rattlesnake will be... the Coyote. Interesting, interesting. I think I hope I'm pronouncing this right, but there's no other way in my mind that this should be pronounced as. I don't know. Dino once again claiming this identity for himself, and Arbase rightfully so pointing out that it's all going to be Dino versus Dino, so we have a bunch of second places apparently. Of course referring to the last edition we had of this. So, half of the identities are actually matched up already, and yeah. Coyote is a dog or not a dino? Yeah. Okay, now I know on which side of the bracket I will be. That is 100% correct. I think everyone knows at this point. So we are entering into the third set of matches, casted on September 1st. Let's see who the first slot is going to be. We are going with the Mega Sandfish. Okay, if Megafish is actually this, Megafish only now showing up in chat, come on, that's not a coincidence. You just waited for this moment, didn't you? Admit it. It's not a coincidence that you show up at the time we pulled fish. That's nah, come on. That's not real. If SoCal actually randomed you to be the Sandfish, that's going to be the most rigged thing in those tournaments ever. I'm not gonna say anything else. But yeah, I don't really know what a sandfish is in any case. I just googled desert animals when I did my research for this, and this thing looks kind of cool, kind of interesting. You will find out? Yeah, I bet I will. Anyway, let's look for an opponent for the fish. The Sandfish versus potentially one of the most harmless identity of the bunch, the Sandfish versus the Antelope. Oops. Have to put in a picture too. Where is the Antelope? Here. Alright, we're going to hide the choice. We are down to 6 identities. Antelope can run away? Yeah, it's kinda true. That fits since Sandfish is a Smurf? Yeah, maybe. Alright, let's keep going. Second match for September 1st will be the Fennec Fox. That is this little cutie here. And his opponent. Fox, that's Dizzy? Yeah, I'm afraid Dizzy's not playing. But let's find an opponent anyway. It will be the Jackal. Alright. That is this one. Alright, we're down to 4 names. We are down to 4 names, so we can kind of figure what possible matchups we have left. And these are going to be interesting ones, not gonna lie. After all those beautiful animals is a disgusting human being? Which one are you referring to, Dino? I don't know, man. Where handbook reading stream? I came for that, to be honest. We can take a look at the handbook after this if you want to fall asleep or something. All of them? Ah, come on. Alright, first identity that's going to be casted on September 2nd. Let's go. And I have still not fixed Nightbot. I'm sorry, Maxi. Alright. We have the Scorpion. This one's personal. I think this one will be one of my... Oops, wait, what the fuck am I doing here? This will be one of my personal favorites, because I am a Scorpion by star sign. So I can identify with the Scorpion very well, so I'm gonna root for him. And let's see who the Scorpion will face up against. There's a limited possibility at this point. Oh no, please, no, I don't want this. No. No, don't do this. Oh, that's two identities that I love seeing further in the tournament. We have the Scorpion versus the Meerkat. Oh, these are two of my favorite identities, and they have to face in round one. No, Oriko, I have no idea, man. This time I actually have no idea. But these two identities, simply by the animals, like, I love both animals, so I don't want one of them to be eliminated already, so. Meerkat will beat Scorpion, and he's pissed already? Ah, I don't know. You need to be Zarda's private fan service member? Yeah, exactly. I'm not quite sure how that works. So, with this, we already know each of the matchups. So the question now is who gets to be the host in the draft of the last set of tournament sets. And in the top slot, it will be the camel. And I don't think... Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. For good manners, let's have a spin. I wonder what this is gonna go down to. And surprise, surprise, the eagle is going to be our last identity drawn. And with this, all round of 16 matches are fixed. They're set. And with this, it's already set who is going to play who. And we still have no idea who's who. The only one knowing is our tournament admin, Sokol. He will have all the fun with it. He will be teasing people left and right. And yeah, we will only find out in a month who all of these are. So, yeah. But that's a steppe animal. I mean, isn't a steppe a kind of a desert, and also steppe eagle is the eagle that lives or can inhabit a desert region? I did my research. Like none of these animals are actually not found in desert regions, so at least there's that. All right, so I'm not quite sure why this defaulted back to yes, no, but we're not needing it anymore anyway. Let's zoom in on this a little bit. Let's repeat, we have Lynx versus the Roadrunner, we have the Horned Viper versus the Scarab. That matchup, I definitely know who I'm favoring here. We have a very interesting one in Ostrich versus Hedgehog. We have Rattlesnake versus the Coyote. We have on the other side of the bracket, we have the Sandfish versus the Antelope. We have Fennec Fox versus Jackal. Scorpion versus the Meerkat. We have the Camel versus the Steppe Eagle. Alright. Do we have any names for guessing? Yes, we do, and I can easily change back. These are the 16 players that will play with those identities that we just drew. And yeah, this is the actual main event roster. This is not a show match anymore. These are the players that you will see playing with those identities in the main event.